Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So NC State's offense will get the first possession of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Wants to throw. It's Bailey. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. So the Florida State Seminoles offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew that they were going to be facing 2 guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. They boot it away on 4th down. Wants to bring it back. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Finds his man. It's Anderson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got a man, it's White. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Punts it out of the air. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on third down. Finds his tight end. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They go to the ground. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. The Noles are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. South Carolina somehow, some way, found a way there in Columbia and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Got room to work. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The play action fake. Got a little space. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. NC State to the line on 3rd and inches. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision a quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Fires to the right. Finds a man in the middle. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
1st and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Direct snap. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He leaves it with his back. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. That's caught. It's Robinson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Seminoles can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grab behind the line. It's White. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown Seminoles! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
14, NC State, 3.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Got it in the middle. It's Jackson. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Gets the back moving. With the catch, it's Rogers. Let's talk for a second about NC State. At some point, the media needs to recognize this is a team on a hot streak. They've put together a nice record, winning 3 straight, now knocking on the door of the top 25.
Yeah, and I think, Reese, the media also realizes what happened early in the season, and they took a few lumps, and they were kind of figuring out who they are. But I feel like the last 3 weeks, Jesse, they're playing as well as anybody in the country, and they know what their identity is.
It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback in an option offense when you got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong, it's your decision. Now you got to wrap that thing up. You can't fumble the football there.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. He'll pull it down. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Trying play action. Caught over the middle. It's Pittman. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. There he goes to the right. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, North Carolina State. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Give to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. The screen, he's got wheels. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Seminoles in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down. And the Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the play fake. Trying to beat the D deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Looking to throw for it. Under fire. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
And the Noles will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that would cause...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Looking to pass, it's Bailey. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. NC State has to come up with a big play here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man on the left. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught behind the line. It's Smothers. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. To the air on 1st down. Touchdown, NC State! And they turn it into a defensive score.
Well, the defense is winning this game, and they are helping out their own cause. That's the 2nd time they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. You know they're opportunistic, and they pride themselves on being athletic and being physical, but you can't make mistakes against this unit, and it has absolutely killed this team early in this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Texas Tech is currently trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Patrick Mahomes, and they are right back in this.
Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Takes a hit as he fires. The throw to the outside is complete. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. He wants to go deep. He's got it down the left side. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Holmes. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Back to pass, it's Bailey. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. They've got the screen set up. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's White. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. He'll keep it himself. Breaks into the open. It's a fumble on the play. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. He'll pull it on the read. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Offense gets set for second down. They think there's room to run to the right here. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. They'll throw it to the back on the screen, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Handoff from the shotgun. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. NC State has to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
The offensive line coach will be pulling his hair out. His head coach is okay right now because they're winning the game, but from an O-line standpoint, they've been atrocious in pass pro.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Fires to the big fella.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block and run. As they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Looking for space. It's Alchuk. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Grabbed in the middle. It's White. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The give on the inside. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Got him downfield. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Seminoles headed quickly to the line.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, you think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's. Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game. Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinators seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. To the air, it's Castellanos. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Finds his big tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Quarterback on the keeper. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Noles. The defense putting points on the board.
And how about this defense, man? They just keep making plays. Another forced turnover and another touchdown, man. They don't just scoop these fumbles up. They're scooping them up with the intent to score. Their 2nd fumble return for a touchdown today.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Texas Tech is currently ahead in this one, but Jones is just jam-packed today. But the Scarlet and Black have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 4 over Oklahoma. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the air, it's Bailey. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down, we'll open up the final period. To throw, it's Castellanos. Oh, he makes the catch. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16. The Noles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Handoff to the lone back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Enormous play coming right here. Third down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. Pocket breaking down. Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida State. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
Are you kidding me? I mean, that's really good defense to take away the pass and take away the big play, but the quarterback just makes absolutely something out of nothing, scrambles around, finds a way to get in for the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
NC State, 17.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to run it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Back to throw, it's Bailey. The screen, he can go. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what they do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Getting that push. They pick up a 4 out to the 26. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on third down. Using his legs, it's Alchuk. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back has it. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Seminoles are marching down the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He'll try to pop the draw. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. And the Noles will line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Wolfpack will get the first down. They'll run this play from the pistol. To the air, it's Bailey. A little screen to the running back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. The short hands, it's Hoffman. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Motion from the back. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Under fire. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. A nice way to go into the postseason and eventually the offseason with a W, but the question is, will it be enough to keep the Wolves at bay?
It's a great way to punctuate the season. You just have to wonder, though, if there were too many L's on the schedule to keep this guy around each year.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole body of work, right? You finish strong, but what does everybody look at? Like, how many games do you win? Who do you beat is important, right? Do you beat your rivals? Like, there's so much more. Do you have the team's ears still? So there's a lot that goes into decision-making, but it was definitely a disappointing season.
Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The play action fake. Pressure coming. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be 4th down from the 24. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is extended a little further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Finds his big tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Gets it to him on the screen. Able to work his way from 5 yards. He needs a lot more than that, but they did get the clock stopped.
3rd down coming up.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He wants a big play here late. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.